A prisoner kicks a soccer ball near the fence. He steps past the warning line. He presses against the wall, checking his surroundings. Realizing the guards in the tower can't see him, Danny understands this is their blind spot. But his excitement is short-lived. A passing guard notices something off. Danny quickly raises his hands in surrender, claiming he was just getting the ball. The skeptical guard buys it. That night, Danny sneaks back to the blind spot. He pulls out wire cutters and snips the fence. Just like that, Danny escapes with ease. But the next morning, he willingly turns himself in. His real goal, to study the prison's layout and lead a mass escape. He has an accomplice steal a stone slab, which they wedge at the bottom of a drain. Day and night, they dig a tunnel. If guards do a cell check, they hide their tools in the tunnel, quickly cover it with the slab, and seal the gaps with fresh cement. Even the sharpest guard would miss it. The prisoners dig relentlessly. Their plan seems flawless. But one day, a guard spills water and notices something odd. The water vanishes, as if absorbed by something. But the floor here is solid concrete. There's no drainage system at all. Suspicious, he calls his colleagues. When they pry it open, they discover an unfinished tunnel beneath. Realizing an escape was in progress, the warden assembles all inmates immediately, but no one confesses. What they don't know, this tunnel was a decoy. The real one is hidden in the bathroom. The plan continues moving forward. Soon, they reach their target. Now is clearly the perfect moment to escape. But as they crawl out one by one, they realize they're still dozens of meters from freedom. They decide to risk everything anyway. Danny leads the way, crawling out first. He ties a rope to a tree. When the guards are on the other side of the prison, he'll shake the tree to signal the others. Using this method, his comrades emerge. Suddenly, a helicopter flies overhead. The prison kills the lights to avoid detection. Danny rushes to the tunnel, urging the rest to hurry. But then the lights come back on. Only a few made it out. One impatient prisoner below, tired of waiting for the signal, climbs out on his own. He's immediately caught. The mass escape fails. The remaining inmates are dragged back. The ones who got out don't fare much better. They're eventually captured too. Their brief taste of freedom cut short. A mother gently kisses her son, and the next second, she suddenly passes away. Confused, the boy reaches out to touch her. The moment his fingertip makes contact, his mother awakens. The boy senses he might have the power to bring back the dead. But the next morning, when his mother accidentally touches him again, she instantly loses her life once more. The boy quickly uses his power, but he can't wake her again. It's then he understands. Someone he brings back, if they touch him again, will be lost forever. Unable to face death again, he rarely uses his gift after that. As an adult, he becomes a pastry chef, occasionally using his power to freshen rotting fruit. One day, while taking out the trash, a criminal suddenly falls from above, dying right in front of him. The body accidentally lands on Jack, and the criminal instantly comes back to life. To stop him from causing more harm, Jack touches him again, turning him back into a corpse. A detective on the rooftop witnesses everything. The detective approaches him, hoping to use his ability to solve cases. After some persuasion, Jack agrees to join. Their partnership is simple. Jack revives the deceased for 1 minute, helps identify the killer, then returns them to death. For this special service, Jack gets paid well. But Jack never expected his first case to involve Annie, his childhood crush. Filled with sadness, he asks the detective for a moment alone with her. The moment he touches Annie, she comes back to life. But he only has 1 minute. No time for catching up. He asks urgently, "Who killed you?" Annie is just as confused. She only remembers dropping her keys in an ice machine. When she bent down to get them, someone strangled her with a plastic bag. She has no idea who. With no clues, Jack remembers their past. His first kiss was with Annie. She jokes that his last kiss might as well be with her too. But Jack hesitates. He knows if he touches her, she'll die again. Annie thinks he just doesn't want to. But Jack has a different plan. He wants to break the rules, to save her for good. To avoid suspicion, he has Annie lie back in the coffin, promising to return for her. But an hour later, when Jack returns, Annie has already been taken to the cemetery. Seeing this terrible sight, Jack panics completely. Inside the sealed coffin, Annie is dreaming of starting a new life, unaware she's about to be buried alive. While workers dig, Jack sets their truck on fire. As they rush to put it out, he races to save Annie. He succeeds, but the detective spots them. Surprisingly, he isn't angry. To protect Jack from being studied by the authorities, he lets Annie join their team. But when they enter the morgue, the body they see leaves them all utterly stunned. Every time he passes a luxury car, he gives it a sharp elbow, just checking if anyone's inside. Seeing no reaction, a smug grin spreads across his face. He then boldly approaches the car, places a tennis ball on the door handle, and gives it a firm slap. The car door pops open instantly. After checking that the coast is clear, he slips inside without making a sound. With practiced ease, he grabs tools from his bag, slips them carefully into the dashboard gap, and in just 5 seconds flat, he pries out the expensive control unit. His smooth, efficient moves mark him as a seasoned professional. Old habits die hard, after all. He searches every nook and cranny thoroughly, hoping to find more valuables inside. But all he manages to find is a pair of sunglasses. Nothing else worth taking is anywhere to be seen. He's pretty annoyed by this. This owner is clearly broke, he thinks. To vent his growing frustration, and also to tip off other thieves, he leaves his mark on the back seat. Job finally done. He's ready to leave, feeling satisfied. But just then, a passerby appears. He instinctively ducks down, hiding himself from view. Close call. He's safe for now. The person didn't notice him at all. He breathes a quiet sigh of relief. He's used to situations like this by now. No big deal at all. He gathers his things quickly, ready to go. But the moment he grips the door handle, panic instantly sets in. He pulls hard. The door won't budge. He frantically tries the other door, still locked up tight. Desperate now, he scrambles to the back. To his absolute horror, every single door is sealed shut, like they're welded. A cold wave of dread washes over him completely. He forgets all about the mark he left behind. He climbs frantically into the back seat, grabs the handles firmly on both sides, lies flat on his back, and kicks the rear window with all his might. He expects it to shatter, to give him a way out, but the glass is insanely tough. He kicks again and again. Nothing. He tries the other side. Every window is stronger than anything he's seen. Realizing he's truly trapped inside, his panic quickly turns to rage. Just then, another pedestrian approaches. His thief instincts kick in. He freezes. He ducks down low again, terrified of being seen and caught. In this country, theft is a serious crime. He'd rather stay trapped than face the police. After a brief moment of calm, he remembers he still has his tools. He feels around and finds a toolkit in the door pocket. He grabs the sturdiest, heaviest wrench inside. He raises it and starts smashing the window, strike after strike, using every ounce of strength. He keeps going until his arms go numb and he's exhausted, but the glass doesn't even have a single crack. The robber cuts open the woman's clothes, then ties her back to back with her boyfriend. The speedboat suddenly lurches in reverse, and the rope at their feet vanishes into the sea. In seconds, they're yanked underwater by immense force. The man struggles with all his might, but razor-sharp coral slices into his skin. The scent of blood quickly attracts a pack of sharks. Just as they're about to become a meal, the man clenches his jaw and changes direction, narrowly avoiding the first vicious attack. On the boat, the robber spots the sharks, and excitedly spins the wheel, deliberately heading straight toward them. Seeing this, the man suddenly gets a bold idea. As the boat makes its turn, he takes a deep breath, and pulls his girlfriend down to the deepest part. He then wraps the rope tightly around a massive rock below. The boat completes its turn. The engine roars as it surges forward, and the rope snaps taut instantly. They're pulled so hard they can barely breathe. He holds on with every ounce of strength, but the boat keeps accelerating. He's reaching his absolute limit. Just as he's about to let go, the rope snaps with a loud crack. The killer on board is flung into the sea. Before he can even react, the sharks swarm in and tear him apart. Seeing this, the leader panics, spins the boat around and charges straight at them. Just as they're about to be hit, they break free and dive deep down, barely escaping certain death. To their complete surprise, there's an abandoned oxygen tank below. With air to breathe, they hide silently underwater. The robbers search for a long time, assuming the sharks already got them, and finally leave, cursing angrily. And just like that, they survive against all odds. The doctor pretends to check the girl's eyesight, but secretly activates a hidden device. Two blinding beams of light shoot into her eyes. Tears stream down her face uncontrollably. They drip into the container below. Satisfied, the doctor turns off the machine. After she leaves the room, the twisted doctor eagerly grabs the bottle. He drips her tears into his own eyes. Instantly, he sees through her eyes, witnessing everything she experiences. This shameful, twisted method has let him spy on countless girls. Soon, the doorbell rings once again. This time, it's his secret crush. When she removes her glasses, he notices her face is covered in bruises. While pretending to check her vision, he secretly activates the device again. Bright light floods her eyes. Tears flow uncontrollably, filling the bottle below. He's satisfied and turns it off. After she leaves the office, he eagerly drips her tears into his own eyes. But before he can see anything clearly, a sudden slap jolts him back to reality. He realizes the woman is suffering domestic abuse. He decides to teach her abusive husband a lesson. He calls the man immediately, claiming the clinic is offering a free eye exam promotion. The stingy man surprisingly takes the bait. Seeing his target hooked, the doctor prepares 3 bottles of collected tears, mixing them together in a cup. After finishing the examination, the doctor delivers grim news. Immediate treatment is absolutely necessary, or he will lose his eyesight completely. The man panics instantly, but as he places his head onto the machine, the doctor suddenly asks why he abuses his wife. The man senses something is terribly wrong, but it's already far too late. The device slowly activates, and then, something truly horrifying begins to unfold.